So what is the third one? Vikshipta. Here it is dominated by Sattva Guna and Rajoguna. See, the Tamoguna is also there, but in the less proportionate. If you see all this, it is saying it is dominated. Means it's not saying that other gunas are not there. The proportionate will vary. So this Rajoguna will be Sattva and Rajoguna will be most part and Tamoguna will be very less. But still the guna is existing. You have to understand. Yesterday also we have seen in Shipta, in Muda, is dominated by Rajoguna, the Muda is dominated by Tamoguna. Means the proportionate is more of Rajo and Tamo, but other two gunas are also existing, but with less proportionate. One second. See here, Vikshipta mind is dominated by Sattva Guna and Rajoguna. So what we have seen, when Rajoguna is there, what happens? The mind will be disturbed. Right. But here, Sattva Guna is also there. What happens when you have that Sattva Guna? There will be concentration or stability. So the mind remains in the state of stability for some time and state of moving for some time. Why? Because the two gunas are dominating. If only Rajoguna is dominated, then the mind is moving. But Sattva Guna is also there. So because of Sattva Guna, what happens? There will be a stability. So what happens in Visikta mind? See, we are able to concentrate for some time, and then what happens? Mind will get disturbed. Suppose if you are reading some book for a few minutes, okay, we'll be with concentration. After some time, what happens? We'll get disturbed or distracted. This is which state? Visikta state. Our mind is in. Here, see here the mind receives information but seems unable to process. The mind oscillates in confusion. See what happened in previous state, the information is not receiving. Here the information is receiving but unable to process it. Why? Because it oscillates in the confusion within the inner chatter, like I want to do everything but I can't do everything. Should I do this? Should I do that? So generally most of the people will be in this state. All right. We always think whether, okay, I want to learn all the courses, all the yogic traditions or something like that, but we cannot learn. I want to do this course, I want to do that course, I want to do this, that, whatever it is there. But that confusion is always there in the mind. Sometimes we'll be stable and sometimes we'll be moving. See, temporarily distracted and temporarily focused. Exactly like a butterfly altering its flight and rest. What he's saying is, temporary distraction will be there and temporary focus will be there, or you can say sometime will be focused and sometimes will be distracted. He's comparing it with what? Butterfly. See, if you see butterfly, it will not fly continuously. What it do? It will fly, it will rest. It will fly and it will rest. Similarly, this mind also sometimes it will be focusing and sometimes it will be distracted. See, the mind oscillates between thought of clarity and thought of confusion. How it is oscillating? Sometimes we feel, okay, we got clarity, okay. But sometimes we again get confused. So always mind will be oscillating in that thought of clarity and thought of confusion. What is this mind? It is Sattva is there. So what we do? We will be focusing for some time. As Rajoguna is also dominant, what we do? The distraction will be there. See, we commit to work hard towards finding health and balanced life. Means these are like examples. We commit very hard to find health and balanced life. We are happy. We tell everyone how much we have changed and how good we feel about ourselves. It almost feels like we are in the place we always wanted to be. So listen carefully. For example, what we are doing, we have decided we want to become fit, healthy, and balanced. So we started working very hard towards it, and we say everyone that okay, we are very happy and we have changed so much. You can feel it about like we have changed. You can see the change and everything, and we will feel that everything is in the place. Everything is going right, but when the first obstacle or the challenge comes, we fail again, we fall again into the state of distracted mind. See, up to here we are very focused, we are doing very hard work, we are doing everything, but when that first obstacle or the challenge comes, suppose what happens, we are following a strict diet many days, but one day the challenge comes. So there, what happens again? We fall into the there. We have to break the diet, and again we come to the state of distracted mind. This is what happens in this state. If we screen sharing 1 second. Yeah. The next one is ekagra mind or one pointed mind. Actually, we have to come into this state. So, Shipta, Muda, Vishipta, we have to cross all these states and we have to come into this state. What is this? Ekagra or one pointed. It is dominated by Sattva Guna and remains stable in any matter. Here, what happens? Actually, this is dominated by Sattva Guna. It is stable mind. What we said, Sattva Guna means stable. We have focus. In this state, mind is relaxed but not sleepy. See, if you see Yoga Nidra, what happens? It is a sleepless sleep state. We are not sleeping, but we are in sleep state only because body is completely relaxed. How it is relaxed in the sleeping state. Similarly, here the mind is relaxed. It does not mean the mind is sleeping. The person is ready to focus, pay attention, which is required for the meditation. What is doing? The person is ready to focus and pay attention. So, which is ready for the meditation. A good yoga class can bring mind into this state of relaxed attention. If you see, after a good yoga class, people feels very relaxed. Like if you have done with pranayama and followed by yoga nidra or meditation, then you can experience this. Even a small thing you can focus, you'll be on that very concentrated state or focused state, and mind is relaxed, body is relaxed, everything is in relaxed state. This is called as ekagra mind or one pointed mind. Clear with this? The last one is niruddha. Means you can call it as mastery. The last one is niruddha mind. Okay. What is this? This is called as mastery mind. See here, in this state, the mind remains overcome all the three gunas. See, if you see the first one, Rajoguna is dominated, other gunas are there. The second one, Tamoguna is dominated, other gunas are there. The third one, this Sattva and Rajas, the other Tamoguna is also there. In the fourth one, Ekagra state, it is actually more dominant of Sattva Guna, and Rajo Tamo Gunas almost eliminated in the fourth state. Now, Niruddha, in this state, the mind remains overcome all the three guna. There is not even Sattva Guna is there. This is Gunatita state, means above the gunas. You might heard about Turyatita, means beyond the Turya. This is Gunatita, means beyond the gunas. Even Sattva Guna also don't have the effect on the mind. It is overcoming all three gunas or the attributes of nature and the worldly objects, and remain stable only in the contemplation of the God. What is saying here? All the three gunas have been overcome, and whatever the worldly objects, you say attributes of nature, everything is overcome, and in this state it remains stable in the contemplation of the God. See, it arrests all the mental functions, that is, there is no complete suspension of mental modes or the subconscious mind. What he's saying is, it is just arrested, means it is mastered, it is controlled, but complete suspension of the thing is not possible. Whether it's a mental mode or in the subconscious mind, complete suspension is very difficult. So everything is arrested and it is hold. One second. In this state, what happens? See here, the mind is not distracted by random thoughts. It is fully absorbed in the object of focus. This can occur in the meditation or when a person is fully engaged in something. What happens here? Any thought cannot disturb you because you are overcoming all the gunas. This can occur. See, in this state, no new impressions can distract our mind, and old cannot influence our present state. The knowledge is available for practicing towards a higher mental state. Here, what is saying in this state, new impressions, or we call it as samskaras, it cannot affect you, and it cannot distract you, and the old, whatever you have in the mind, it cannot influence you because you have overcome the state. If you see, when there is a rain, eagles will fly above the clouds. Can rain affect the eagles? See, when you are below the clouds, then only the rain will affect you. When you are above the clouds, the rain cannot affect you. Similarly, you are above these three gunas. So any new impressions or the old it cannot affect you. And the knowledge is available for practicing towards a high mental state. You can see the great yogis. You can see Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. These people always will be in this state. See, most of us remains in the first three states, which only maintain and increase the mind fluctuations and the bondage with the external world. What is saying? Most of us will always be associated with the first three states of mind, Shipta, Muda, and Vishipta. If you are in that first three states, then it increases your mental fluctuations because always it is disturbed, distracted, it is dull, your mind, not signals are not reaching to the mind. And not only why it is increasing, because you are bonded with the external world. Out of five states, Ekagra and Niruddha can attain the highest state of concentration. Muda mind is too dull to make a required efforts to wake up. Chipta mind is too restless and can't find steadiness, and the unstable mind looks concentration and balance. See, first one is Muda mind is very dull. It needs a lot of efforts to wake up. If you are in the Shipta mind, it is restless. So it is unstable and you cannot find steadiness. So it lacks concentration and balance. Vikshipta mind is inconsistent. Many yoga practitioners find themselves in this state. See, we'll practice yoga for 1 week, we'll take a break. We'll practice it for 2 weeks, again we'll take a break. We'll practice it for a few days, then we'll take a break. So it is inconsistent, Vikshipta. And most of the yogic practitioners are in this state. So now understood. Now just you can analyze in which state we are, then we'll understand. See, there are moments of clarity, stability, and concentration. Yet at times they get distracted and pull back into the whole habits. Generally, this is the thing what we happen, and because we are in the state of Vikshipta. Sometimes we have clarity, stability, concentration. We'll do with great concentration and awareness, but sometimes it gets distracted and pulled back into whole habits. Still, this is a type of mind can attain concentration to determination, discipline, consistent practice. How you can overcome this? With determination, discipline, and consistent practice. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. By practice and detachment, you can do it. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha. This is what Krishna told to Arjuna. What Arjuna is asking, mind is very difficult thing to control. How can we master it? Yes, Arjuna, mind is very difficult thing to control. But I will tell you a technique how you can control. Abhyasa and Vairagya are the both are the tools to control the mind. Abhyasa means practice, Vairagya means detachment. These are the tools with which we can control our mind. So this is about like different states of mind, chitta bhumis, shupta, muda, vishipta, ekagra, and
Sorry. Abhinav,
yeah,
just speed up the previous one.
yeah, yeah. So
Sorry.
ata yoga
Thank you.
anusasana means what we are doing here. We are learning about the discipline of yoga. This is the first sutra. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha is a definition according to Patanjali. Yoga, you know, it's a union. Chitta means mind, and there are different states of mind. We have seen that states is known as chitta bhumis. What is that? Shipta, muda, vishipta, ekagrata, and niruddha. Vrittis. Vrittis are the fluctuations or modifications. It is pramana viparyaya vikalpa nidraspataya. Niruddha means stoppage or getting master over it. If you get into a state of chitta vritti nirodha, then tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. Tada means then when chitta vritti nirodha is happened, drashtu means the soul or the seer, swarupe means in his own state, avasthanam he will establish in his own state. If suppose is not established in chitta vritti nirodha state, then what happens? Vritti sarupyam itaratra means itaratra means the other people or the others who does not establish in chitta vritti nirodha state, vritti sarupyam, they are identified or established in their vrittis, behavior or the fluctuations. Clear? We have seen vritti means other people will establish in their vrittis. So what are these vrittis? Vrittaya, panchataya, klista, aklista. Means these vrittis are fivefold that may be painful or non-painful. What are there? Pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smriti. Smrutayaha. Pramana means right knowledge. Viparyaya means you can say it as a false knowledge. Vikalpa means verbal delusion. Nidra means sleep. Smriti means memory. Pratyaksha anumana agamaha pramanani. See, pramana is defined by the threefold system that is called as pratyaksha, direct perception, anumana, inference. Agama means a traditional text, whether it's like Vedas, Upanishads, whatever is there. Like verbal, there is a verbal testimony, we call it as, or direct communication from others who have the knowledge, like gurus. Or we can say persons who have experienced it. That also we can take it into agama. Pramanani means a kind of proof. See, generally what we ask, if we ask anything, then we'll ask for the proofs. What are the proofs? Pratyaksha, direct. Means if we are seeing a person directly, then it's a direct proof. See, I can say who has come today. Gopinath sir has come, Pravina ji has come, Chiti ji has come, Usha ji has come, Minan sir is there. So this is direct perception because I can able to see you. Anumana. Anumana means drawing conclusions or inference. On a rainy day, we go to the top of the building and we say that, okay, yesterday night there was a rain. How we can say? By seeing the floor is wet. Similarly, you can see a smoke in a long distance from a hilltop, and we say that there is a fire. Because by seeing something, we are drawing conclusion something. Because without fire, there is no smoke. Without rain, the floor will not get wet. Agama means all the traditional text we can take it as reference. So this is pratyaksha. Anumana agamaha pramanani. Viparyayo mithyagnanam atadupa pratistam. Viparyaya means unreal. Mithyagnana means illusion, which is not established in its own form. See, when we go in the darkness, we see something is touched to the feet and we think it is a snake. But it is a rope. That is mithyagnanam, illusory knowledge. If you on the torch and see, it will be a rope. Means thinking rope as a snake and snake as a rope. This is mithyagnanam. What is that? Viparyaya. Shabda gnana anupati vastushunyo vikalpaha. Means we'll have the verbal knowledge, but the object will be void. That is called as vikalpa. For example, listening to some sound and thinking, imagining the object, or the best example is from childhood, we are listening, the heaven will be so beautiful, everything. We have listened it, but we have not seen it. That is vikalpa. Nidra, abhava means non-existence. Pratyayalambana vrittir nidra. See, in what I say, in nidra, it will be void. We don't have anything. But after getting up from the sleep, we get a feeling. We get a vrittis. That's why nidra is also considered as a vritti. And yes, see, sleep is a vritti which embeds a feeling of voidness. Anubhuta vishaya sampramoshaha smriti. Anubhuta means what we have experienced. Vishaya means the object, which is not slipping away. Some promotion means this is called as smriti. If you see, we went to some place, we have eaten some food, and what we do, we compare the food with what we have ate some other place. How? Because it is there in our vritti. That has registered in our memory. From our vritti, it has come out, so we'll compare it. So we feel it. Or we say the taste is same. How we can say? Because of it is registered in our vritti. So this is about chitta vritti. What is that? Vritti is pratyaksha, pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, smriti. So next comes a very beautiful sutra. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. What is that? Tannirodha. To restrain or to mastery. See, he has told there is 5 vrittis. It may be painful or not painful. So how to master these vrittis? Is giving a beautiful solution. What is that? Abhyasa and vairagya. What is abhyasa? Abhyasa means practice. Vairagya means detachment. Abhyasa vairagyabhyam tannirodha. This is a solution for how to get chitta vritti nirodha. Means whatever the vrittis are there, to get the vrittis, what we have to do, one is practice, other is detachment. Okay, I'm stopping with this sutra now. Sir, Meenan sir?
Yeah.
Only 12 sutras